Hey! Hey! This is 406 Broncos. I'm Dakota.
Hi, Mac. How are you?
And today...
Me too.
And today, we're going to be doing an exciting show because we're going to be doing mock drafts. We're going to be talking about mock drafts, and we're going to give you our mock drafts. So, it's a big, exciting day.
It's a big, important game.
Cut the crap. First off, before we get to that, a little bit of news that we're going to talk about with the Broncos. We just acquired a new punter, Marquette King, via, I guess, picked him up from the free agency market, but from the Raiders to the Broncos, rival.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I like him now. I hated him when he was their punter, but, now you have to like him.
I think we got ourselves
I think he's a
lot
punter. Better punter than Dixon was, so I think we did an okay job on that part. Well, I think it was a 3-year deal. I don't know how much it was. We couldn't find it.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't find the.
So I don't
details.
know what the detail is. If they even released what he's getting, I don't know. We just could not find it.
But I will say this. That was a huge issue we had last year. Was punting. It just seemed like field position was a huge issue. We know the special teams was horrendous last year, but among everything else, even punting was disastrous. Could not seem to get the ball 20 yards down the field. We always even if you're on your own 20, you got to be able to get it to at least their 30. But they were always getting it mid mark. And Marquette King, we know, has a pretty strong leg. From what I read, he had a net average over 6 years. That's 6 games in Denver, a net average of 50 yards a punt in Denver. That's pretty damn good. Denver's punter's heaven because you got that thin air. So,
yeah, right.
So I think we actually made a good acquisition on that one. Another guy that we're looking at, maybe bringing back.
Oh, Eric Decker.
Good old.
Is our number 2 receiver when he was with us.
He'd be the number 3 this time.
Yeah, decided to go off thinking he might be a number 1. Oh, he became a number 3 anyways. Now he'll be a number 3 for us if he does come back, which would be great.
To be honest,
I wouldn't mind. We need that third person in that receiver position. I mean, we have Demaryius Thomas, we have Emmanuel Sanders. We need that third guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. We've been talking about that for a while now, and hopefully, if he were to come back, he would. I think he'd obviously be cheap. Nobody's been picking him up. Nobody really seems to show any interest in him.
Yeah, so I mean, I trust into it. If he's cheap, that's all the better. So, I think if we do that, I think we're okay with the receivers we have.
Oh, and he's familiar with the system.
Oh, yeah, of course. So,
that's not making any noise, is it?
I don't think so. I mean, we can get rid of it now. We've got our mock drafts.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just close it all out. Close all of them out.
Okay.
Oh, except for the mock drafts.
Okay, well, then let's just keep it like this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that one's making noise, I guess, too. Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay. All right. So.
This is exciting.
This is exciting.
We're not even drinking beers today. We're drinking energy pops because we want to be jacked up. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I mean, it's close to Mountain Dew.
Isn't it a Mountain Dew product?
I think so, but it's not Mountain Dew itself. Okay, well, let's get back on.
And I'm totally psyched, man. I'm totally psyched.
Yes.
So that's basically the big news for the week. As far as we got a punter, and we're possibly looking at Eric Decker.
Like when talking about a punter, I never really ever thought of it. I wasn't like, yeah, Dixon. I mean, this time I know how good he's pretty damn good. So
yeah, I think we nailed one of the better punters.
And obviously, you kind of know the guy since he's such a showboater and punting. But I kind of like it. Might be a little bit of a revenge on the Raiders.
Oh, he already said it was. He said that was definitely part of it. And he's gonna wear number 1 because you can't wear number 7 when you're in Denver.
Yeah, right.
And
he's Blade is on our team.
Yep, we got Daywalker punting them footballs. All right, enough of that. Let's get into these mock drafts because draft is 2 weeks away, and we got to get talking about this stuff, man. Okay, We pulled up a list of professional mock drafters.
I to be honest, I don't even know them, really.
So we're just gonna pick and choose out of a couple of these, and we'll go down the list and tell you what some of these other people are saying, and then we'll give you our take on it.
We can go between two of them. I see this guy's done a trade mock, which with our mock drafts we did not do that. We could have, but we just listed that out and just kind of stuck to who has what position.
We'll talk about like potential trades, but after we just didn't want to put in any trades in our draft. We're gonna keep it as is.
Most of these professional ones do have a mock trade in them, so it's hard to figure out what specifically.
Well, I can tell on some of them.
Yeah, I can tell on most of them, but on almost every one of them, they have something.
Another thing,
I could put one out there. That's from NFL, CBS. It's mock draft. You want me to just list what they have?
Yeah, who's the guy. Tell him who the guy is. Just do this.
Well, hold on. I'm just doing this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, R.J. White.
Yeah, Mr. R.J. White.
Okay, so on his mock draft, he's got Josh Allen going to Cleveland, which almost all of these guys on here pretty much have that. And, which, I mean, I think out of all the quarterbacks, he's probably the best pick.
I agree.
And so Cleveland takes that, which in a draft situation, that would be a great move for Cleveland to do. Now, second pick, New York Giants take Sam Darnold, and I think that's the thing. I think New York actually wants that guy, don't they?
They said if the Browns don't take
Sam Darnold,
#1 overall, they're interested in Sam Darnold. They said if Sam Darnold does go to the Browns, then they might be looking at a non-quarterback.
Oh, okay. So they actually like Sam Darnold. So
is what it seems to be.
Okay, and the third one's the Jets, and it's Josh Rosen. So you got pretty much the top three. I mean, Baker Mayfield's still in the list, which a lot of these mock drafts show that Baker Mayfield is kind of like the fourth quarterback picked or fifth kind of thing. No one really is taking him right off the bat. It might be because of a behavioral thing. I mean, what we're talking about, Josh Allen is such a calm, collective dude, and he's very well-mannered, and I don't know, he's just impressing a lot of these teams now, just the way he is as a person, too, and that could probably be a good team leader. Baker Mayfield might be, I don't know, we'll see.
And this guy has the Bills.
He's got Bills getting trading up for the fourth-round pick, and they take Baker Mayfield. Mm-hmm. So that kind of takes out a lot of the top-tier quarterbacks in the draft.
That's pretty much all of them, besides
yeah, there's a couple
Jackson.
of them.
I guess there's Rudolph, too.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. But so Denver decides not to on his and goes with Saquon Barkley.
Which
would be great.
Might I add, if somehow Saquon Barkley is still on the board when we're up to draft, take him. Like, that's that's a guy that you don't see in the draft every time, especially if all the quarterbacks are already gone. You go with Barkley. That's a weapon immediately.
I agree with that. I also it's really hard since we have places that we need right at this moment. Yeah. Quentin Nelson's still on the board.
And here's the thing. Here's my thought. If you have an early pick like this, you don't necessarily always go with what you need as much as what's best available to you at that time.
I get it. I understand that situation too. I agree with that too.
Because you can fill your slots later on.
I know. I agree with that too, but it is hard when you have a top guy in the position you actually need, and he's up there, and he's already projected to be one out of the 10 people picked first. So, with Quentin Nelson being up there, dude, that's obviously getting your eyes. Like, dude, we want that one. We need that one.
But at that same time, there's got to be a chance you can get a good offensive guard in the second round, especially with the spot that we're in. I mean, go with your talent first and then take your guard, because you can still get a good second round guard. Guards are kind of a dime a dozen. Now, don't get me wrong, Quentin Nelson is the best guard in this draft. But if if you can take a Saquon Barkley, or Bradley Chubb, who's another really huge prospect at the position that he plays, that's something there.
And number 6.
Just go ahead and nail him down on the rest.
Number 6 shows it would be Bradley Chubb for the Colts. Then it's Tampa Bay taking Derwin James, safety. Then the 8th mark, Quentin Nelson. I actually got him down a little lower. Quentin Nelson for Chicago Bears. Minka Fitzpatrick, safety again, for the 49ers. And the 10th spot, Denzel Ward for the Raiders. Yes. So we're going to 10.
We're just doing 10 because we're not draft experts here. We don't know.
I don't want to go any farther because even if I hit too much more, I won't even know them.
Not to mention we're a Broncos show, so we're keeping it just steady right in the middle where them Broncos are.
Right. I don't know if you want me to say another one.
Just go with this guy over and then just nail him again, quick down the list. Okay. Since he doesn't have the trade. Well, he does have one here, I guess.
So it looks like everyone thinks that Bills are going to trade up.
And I agree that that's a very high possibility.
So it looks like they're going to do it. If they're going to do it, I would say it would be the Cleveland Browns. It looks like these guys did it with the Colts.
Which seems odd because the Colts already traded back.
Okay, so...
Just go ahead and do it again. Just nail
Number 1, Josh Allen with the Cleveland Browns. Number 2, Sam Darnold. Same thing. Number 3, Josh Rosen. Same thing. These guys got number 4, Nick Chubb as running back. That's a different situation.
Yeah, see, okay, and we'll go back to this here in a minute, but just go ahead and nail these out.
Denver Broncos grabbing Quentin Nelson. 6, Baker Mayfield goes for the Bills. Number 7, Tampa Bay just went with a steal, Saquon Barkley.
I don't see Saquon Barkley getting past the 5 mark. I don't see it at all.
Looks like number 8 is Derwin James, safety. Number 9 is he has Minka Fitzpatrick for the 49ers again. How do you spell that? Roquan. Smith, inside linebacker. And
that's it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. So those were 2 of them.
There's 2 mock drafts off of here.
And it looks like they're really thinking Bills are going to trade up. They're kind of even with the first 3 picks. Most of them are pretty dang even on that. So it's gonna be hard. So
let's go ahead and
so compare those with ours, but we don't have any trades, like I said.
First of all, I want to bring this up real quick. We did not look at any of these mock drafts to get. These are our straight up what we think, based on what the draft board says, based on what the teams need. I based mine personally off of what, if I was the general manager of these teams, what I would pick. This is just my personal thought.
And we'll keep on to these to the actual draft date and see how close we got.
Yeah.
So
first off, do you want to just do one at a time?
One at a time. So you say yours, and then I'll say mine.
Okay, and we're gonna give explanation as to why. Okay.
If we haven't already.
Right. Number 1 overall, Cleveland Browns. To me, you take Josh Allen, quarterback, Wyoming, because, and here's my thought behind this. The Browns, while they could take a Saquon Barkley at number 1 and then get a quarterback at number 4, you have the number 1 draft pick. You've already made so many mistakes drafting quarterbacks. You have to get it right this time. You gotta get the guy. Because what if you wait and 2 or 3 of these guys go in these first 3 picks until you're 4th, and they end up being amazing? You have to have a chance to take the best guy. And not to mention, they've already given away all their quarterbacks. All they have is Tyrod Taylor now. They're going to take a quarterback. It's either going to be at 1 or 4. If they don't take a quarterback at 1, they are not trading the 4 pick. That's for sure. Because they need a quarterback. And they could get a quarterback if they don't take it the first round. But, like I said, you take the best quarterback available, and to me, that's Josh Allen. So that's why I take Josh Allen at number 1.
Number 1, as well, I said Cleveland Browns take Josh Allen. And I'm with him on this one. I was thinking it like, oh, well, if they could get that best guy on there, Saquon Barkley, and then get a quarterback. But the thing is you want that best quarterback and be able to get Saquon Barkley anyways because you're the 4th-round pick, maybe, because you know they're going to grab quarterbacks. Giants and Jets are looking for quarterbacks. They're not looking for that running back. They're looking for that quarterback. So you have high chances of getting Saquon Barkley. Now, if you can't get him, there's still another running back that is really good. So grab the best quarterback. You'll get your running back.
Okay, you go ahead and do 2.
Did I say quarterback when I was trying to mean running back as well? I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, my second pick, we just talked about it, New York Giants wanting Sam Darnold. I have him because he's second round, or the second pick. New York Giants have it. They got him. Josh Allen's already done. Sam Darnold's the next one to come. So, that's, I don't have much more to say about that. Okay. We already kind of talked about it anyways.
For me, if I'm the New York Jets sitting at number 2, I take Saquon Barkley, running back. And here's why.
The Jets? You mean the Giants?
The Giants. At number 2. And here's why. And I've highly been stressing that the Giants should take a quarterback. And to be honest, I think there's I'm not going to get into trades just yet. I'm just going to talk about this one. Saquon Barkley. And here's why. Name the best running back that the Giants have had in the last 10 years. It's a hard stretch. They have not had a running game for so long. I understand that they do need to think about the quarterback in the future, but they have so many issues that they need to fill right now, running back being one of them, because Jonathan Stewart is not going to be the guy to take. And like I said, maybe he is. They have a lot more. They could take a Bradley Chubb at this point. This was a hard pick for me. They could take Bradley Chubb because they just got rid of Jason Pierre-Paul. It would make a lot of sense. They could take, and like I said, they could trade out and still get Bradley Chubb. They could take Saquon Barkley. They could take a quarterback. They could take Quentin Nelson. They could always use help on the O-line. But for me, if it's me, you take Saquon Barkley because he's such a good prospect, and then you have another weapon on your offense. That's plain and simple as that.
Okay, number 3.
I'll go number 3.
Number 3.
The number 3rd. New York Jets, Sam Darnold. Quarterback. They're obviously going to take a quarterback. To me, Sam Darnold's the obvious second choice. At least in most draft eyes. You don't trade up from your spot to go up to number 3 and not take a quarterback. They're very clearly interested in a quarterback. To me, with what I have on my board already, Sam Darnold.
Okay, well, on mine, number 3 will be Josh Rosen. The other 2 quarterbacks are gone. So the next one coming would be Josh Rosen. So I don't have much more to say about that one either, but Jets, I know, want a quarterback. So they're going to pick one. And Josh Rosen's the guy. Okay. Number 4, back to Cleveland. Saquon Barkley. Because I already got 3 quarterbacks out. The one guy who is the prospect, the guy kind of thing, you grab him. You grab him quick. So he's got Saquon Barkley. Cleveland's got Saquon Barkley. They just ran away with this draft.
I have Cleveland taking Minkah Fitzpatrick at number 4. And to be completely honest, the more I'm thinking about this, even if I was going to say, if Saquon Barkley is available at that number 4 spot, I'm not so sure that they take him. And here's why. And don't get me wrong, if they do, it's not a surprise to me. But to me, they have Carlos Hyde, they have Duke Johnson, they have some pretty good running backs as it is. And
Carlos Hyde.
I know, it's always good to have a flurry of running backs, and it never hurts to have more weapons. So like I said, if they did take him, it wouldn't surprise me. It'd be a great move. However, they do have other holes that need desperately filled, like safety, and Minkah Fitzpatrick is one of the best in this draft. And I have them taking Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now, Denver Broncos.
Now that's going back on that, and you're saying what they really need. What I was trying to say about us, what we really need, but we kind of just flipped it there. Where I'm saying they grab that player, that good, what he is that good at, and think about safety later on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But let's go. Okay, yeah.
This one
was difficult.
This is the second hardest one, and we'll come back on this pick.
Wait. This is the second one. This one was my first hardest one.
Really? The Giants is a tough one for me because they have so many holes they need to fill. Like I said, they could take a Quentin Nelson. They could take a Saquon Barkley. Again, Denver. We could do the same thing. We can take a quarterback. We can take a Quentin Nelson guard. Very much would be needed or be an asset. A Bradley Chubb. Very much an asset. But when you're at the number 5 pick and you've had QB struggles the way that we have, I, even over Josh Rosen, pick Baker Mayfield, quarterback. Because when you're at that number 5 spot, and like I said, this is just what I picked. I really think I would prefer Josh Allen, but as it is, on my board, Baker Mayfield's the guy. I think he'd be a great guy. He can sit behind Keenum for a couple of years and learn. Keenum's a really similar quarterback to Mayfield. I think that's a good pick, and that's your future quarterback right there.
See, I've got number 5, and I was tossing and turning on this one. I picked Baker Mayfield. Quentin Nelson was my close second. But we've been talking about it. This is such an elite QB class. You don't want to just not go away without a QB. I think Denver needs to try once more in the draft with a guy who's been noted one of the best QBs this whole entire year. He's been talked about this whole entire year last year, kind of thing. And he's there right at number 5 for us. Snatch him up.
It's a huge draw to have a guy like that as well.
So I took Baker Mayfield for the Denver Broncos at the number 5 pick.
But let's be clear. No matter what, we're gonna get somebody good. I mean,
yeah, we get it.
We could get Saquon Barkley. We could get Quentin Nelson. We could get Bradley Chubb. We could get one of these 4 quarterbacks. And let's be honest, none of those sound bad. I think we're going to get something really good here. Okay. Go ahead with number...
At number 6, Colts take Bradley Chubb on mine. I think it's just something they need. I don't have much to say about it. I don't really follow Indianapolis that much.
Pretty much at this point, we can kind of just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, so I think at the number 6, Bradley Chubb is a great... And that's my first defense.
Yep. I also picked Bradley Chubb for the Colts because they need a good edge. They haven't had edge rush. It wouldn't surprise me if they took... This was actually kind of a tough one, too, because I could see them taking Quentin Nelson because Andrew Luck has been getting his ass kicked ever since he got drafted, and they've never had a really good O-line.
Yeah.
So it never hurts to have more help to protect a guy like Luck, especially coming off an injury. So I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe take a Quentin Nelson at that spot, but I picked Bradley Chubb in this one. Number 7, I'm just going to go down my list right now and then.
I kind of have a little bit of why I picked him for.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead.
That's fine.
I'll just say mine. I picked Derwin James, cornerback for the Buccaneers.
Okay. Mine, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's Darius Geis, a running back. We just got rid of one, so I know that they'll be in need now for more. Second guy in there, so I've been putting him in there. I actually saw a mock draft before the Senior Bowl, and they actually put him for Denver, and I was a little like, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Not at
all. That's why I put Tampa Bay grabbing a running back.
Go ahead.
Number 8, Chicago, Raquan Smith. Inside linebacker.
I thought I was the one that couldn't talk.
Why could I not say that? So, San Francisco. It's one of their... my bad. Chicago. That's one of their needs. So I was thinking, Get an inside linebacker for them.
And I went Quentin Nelson for the Bears because, once again, something they needed and something that they can use very well.
San Francisco. Oh, you go.
Oh, I picked Denzel Ward for San Francisco. Some more defense for them because it never hurts.
Quentin Nelson for me for San Francisco.
Protect Garoppolo.
Yeah, protect Garoppolo. So.
And then Oakland.
Josh Jackson. I don't know why. I actually just put that one in. I forget what it was. Oh, cornerback, wasn't it?
That sounds right.
I think it was a cornerback. Or
I picked Roquan Smith, inside linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know they have some defense help they needed pretty bad, so I can't remember. I think it was cornerback. Don't quote me. I didn't really know the guy, or I didn't.
But he was listed.
Oh no! Okay, no. One of these guys did it too, didn't? Oh no, never mind. They didn't. That's someone else.
Or is it? Yeah.
So.
To hell with it.
Yeah. So. What is? It is what it is. I was just wondering if anyone has picked this guy I just picked. It doesn't look like it. It looked like I'm kind of like the only one.
It's all right. You never know.
Cornerback. He was a cornerback, and he's down at 20 on one of these lists.
Oh yeah, Iowa. Okay.
I was thinking cornerback. I just thought maybe something defense, and that was one of their in needs. So.
Okay. Something that I'd like to bring up, also, with trade possibilities. Just looking at this list here. If Cleveland takes Sam Darnold, and these are just a few minor thoughts that I have been going through. If Cleveland takes Sam Darnold, number one, which is still a possibility. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what they're thinking. They're pretty bad at picking quarterbacks anyway, so it wouldn't surprise me if they passed up on Josh Allen. I would not be remotely surprised if Denver traded up to that number 2 spot to get Josh Allen. And here's why I think that's a high possibility. There's a lot of teams interested in that. I don't see the Jets doing a 1-point deal. Cleveland's not going to trade up. I could see a team like Buffalo wanting to trade that spot, but Denver's at number 5. If they give up the right amount of stuff that the Giants are willing to give up, they could easily trade back to the 5 spot and get a guy like Bradley Chubb, or possibly Saquon Barkley still. So I could see that being a high possibility, that they would even want to trade back with us because we're still so close in the top 5. So keep an eye on that being a possibility. Also, Cleveland trading that number 4 pick, I could definitely see that happening. Maybe not necessarily with Denver, but for Buffalo or for a team that's Arizona, maybe that's needing a quarterback. Let's see here. There's been talk Denver trading away their pick to Buffalo, maybe.
I would hate that.
I don't want to trade back. That's for sure.
No, not at all. We need to either trade forward or stay where we're at. Is what it I just don't want to see us go back. Nope. I mean, we'll still have a really good player if we trade a little bit back, but I want to be right. If we lost this year this bad, let's have one of the top 5 picks.
If there's a quarterback that I want to walk out of this draft with, though, it's Josh Allen. And if Cleveland does not take him, I almost implore Denver to trade up. I know you'd have to give up a lot, and that's unfortunate. But for your future quarterback and the guy that I believe is the best quarterback in this draft, you have to make that risk, gain that reward. Once again, though, I think we're going to end up with somebody really good here, no matter what. I mean, anybody on this list, Roquan Smith, that's a position that we can use. Inside linebacker. That'd be great. Denzel, any of these secondary guys. We don't really need much more secondary than we have, so I wouldn't be surprised. We're probably not going to do that. Bradley Chubb, that's one that people have had Denver taken on here, too. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine Derek Wolfe, Damata Pecco,
defense would be crazy,
and Chubb?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Because let's not forget, I'm not surprised if Denver doesn't take a quarterback here either. I'm just saying we should. Doesn't mean that we will, because there's a lot of great talent out here.
I just don't want to pass up this opportunity.
I know.
So, I mean, we're getting kind of down to it. We did talk a lot about this draft.
Well, it's coming up. We're gonna probably talk a little more about it next week too, because next week's about who? Keeney. Oh, Mr. Marquette. But.
And Eric Decker, if he ever comes back. Yeah, so, I don't know, why don't you?
Well, like I said, let us know what you guys think. What do you, give us your top 10 on the mock drafts, Just go out into our Facebook page, go ahead and comment on this video if you want, and just let us know what you think. We want to hear everyone's opinion out there.
Yeah.
And,
like a lot of people, come help us out, man.
Yeah, well...
We want to hear from you. That's what we are.
And to be honest, this is what it is. It's the fan page. We want everybody to be involved in communicating and liking and sharing some of our funny pictures and some of our videos, and just get the word out, man. That's all what it's all about. It's about community. It's about Bronco country community. So
that's what we're gonna call this one.
Yeah.
Bronco country community.
Well, thanks for watching anyway, and check us out next week again. We do these every week, so have a great night. Go Broncos.
Yeah, we poop out our butt.